Have you ever found yourself lost in the depths of your imagination, surrounded by countless brilliant ideas, yet somehow feeling paralyzed when it comes to bringing them to life? This experience is particularly familiar to INFJ, one of the rarest personality types in the Myers-Briggs spectrum. Today we're embarking on a profound journey to understand why these deeply intuitive and creative individuals often struggle to express their creativity, despite having such rich inner worlds. As we explore this fascinating topic, we'll venture through the intricate landscape of the INFJ mind, examining the various factors that both enhance and inhibit their creative expression. We'll also discover practical strategies that can help INFJ harness their unique gifts while overcoming the obstacles that often stand in their way. The perfectionist's paradox when vision meets reality. The INFJ's relationship with perfectionism is far more complex than a simple desire for excellence. At its core, this perfectionism stems from their dominant cognitive function, introverted intuition (NI), which gives them an almost prophetic ability to envision completed projects in stunning detail. When an INFJ conceives a creative idea, they don't just see fragments or rough outlines, they experience a complete, multisensory vision of the final product. This gift of foresight, however, often becomes a burden in the creative process. Imagine an INFJ painter standing before a blank canvas. In their mind, they can already see the finished masterpiece in perfect detail, every brushstroke, every shade, every subtle play of light and shadow. But as they begin to paint, they quickly realize that their technical skills, though perhaps quite advanced, cannot perfectly match the pristine vision in their mind. This gap between vision and execution can be deeply discouraging, often leading to creative paralysis. This perfectionist tendency extends beyond just the technical aspects of creation. INFJ often feel that their creative work must perfectly capture not just the visual or auditory elements, but also the emotional resonance, symbolic meaning, and deeper truths they envision. This multi-layered perfectionism can make even starting a project feel overwhelming, as the INFJ grapples with the knowledge that the end result might not match their internal ideal. The overthinking orchestra when analysis leads to paralysis. The INFJ mind is like a symphony orchestra, with multiple sections playing simultaneously. While this can create beautiful harmonies of thought and insight, it can also produce a cacophony of overthinking that drowns out the creative spirit. INFJ don't just create, they analyze their creation, its meaning, its impact, and its reception all at once, often before they've even begun the actual work. This tendency to overthink manifests in various ways throughout the creative process. An INFJ writer might spend hours contemplating the perfect opening sentence, considering not just the words themselves, but their symbolic significance, their emotional impact, their cultural resonance, and their potential interpretations. While this depth of thought can lead to incredibly nuanced and meaningful work, it can also prevent the INFJ from ever getting past the planning stage. The overthinking extends to the broader context of their creative work as well. INFJ often find themselves caught in endless loops of questioning. Is this idea truly original? Has it been done before? If so, am I adding anything valuable to the conversation? These questions, while valid, can become obstacles that prevent the INFJ from expressing their unique perspective. The fear of imperfect expression when depth meets form. One of the most challenging aspects of creativity for INFJ is the limitation of creative mediums to fully express the depth of their inner experience. INFJ perceive the world in interconnected layers of meaning, emotion, and insight. When they attempt to translate these complex perceptions into a single medium, whether it's writing, painting, music, or any other form of expression, they often feel frustrated by the constraints of the medium itself. This frustration stems from the INFJ's ability to perceive multiple dimensions of experience simultaneously. When they encounter a moment of inspiration, they don't just see it, they feel it, understand its broader implications, connect it to universal truths, and sense its relationship to other ideas and experiences. Trying to capture this multifaceted perception in a single creative medium can feel like trying to capture a symphony in a single note. The fear of imperfect expression often leads INFJ to hold back from sharing their creative work, believing that if they cannot fully convey the depth of their vision, it's better not to share it at all. This perfectionist approach to expression can result in beautiful, deeply meaningful work when they do finally share it, but it can also lead to countless unfinished projects and unexpressed ideas. The authenticity trap when meaning overshadows creation. INFJ are deeply committed to authenticity in all aspects of their lives, including their creative expression. This commitment to authenticity, while admirable, can sometimes become a barrier to creative flow. INFJ often feel that every piece of creative work must be deeply meaningful, personally significant, and aligned with their values and beliefs. While this can lead to powerful, authentic creative expression, it can also create unnecessary pressure that stifles creativity. The authenticity trap manifests in the INFJ's reluctance to engage in creative play or experimentation. They might feel that creating something purely for fun or practice is somehow inauthentic or wasteful. This mindset can prevent them from developing their skills through casual practice or enjoying the lighter aspects of creative expression. Furthermore, INFJ often struggle with sharing work that doesn't meet their high standards for meaningful content. They might dismiss good ideas or interesting projects because they don't seem important enough or don't carry a deep enough message. This focus on depth and meaning, while valuable, can prevent INFJ from exploring different styles, techniques and forms of expression that might ultimately enrich their creative practice. The harmony-seeking hindrance when order meets creative chaos. The INFJ's natural inclination toward harmony and order can create significant challenges in the creative process. Creative work often requires embracing chaos, accepting uncertainty, and being willing to make mistakes. For INFJ, who prefer structure and clarity, this aspect of creativity can be particularly challenging. Their desire for harmony extends beyond just the physical organization of their creative space or the structural elements of their work. INFJ seek emotional and intellectual harmony as well, often struggling when their creative process doesn't flow smoothly or when their work evolves in unexpected directions. This need for harmony can make it difficult for them to push through the messy middle stages of creative projects, where chaos and uncertainty are often at their peak. The harmony-seeking tendency can also manifest in an INFJ's relationship with feedback and criticism. While they value input that helps them improve their work, they may struggle with feedback that disrupts their vision or challenges their carefully constructed creative harmony. This sensitivity to discord can make it difficult for them to share their work or participate in collaborative creative projects. The analysis paralysis when thinking impedes doing. The INFJ's natural inclination toward deep analysis and meaning-making can become a significant obstacle in their creative journey. Their ability to see multiple perspectives and consider various possibilities, while valuable in many contexts, can lead to a state of creative paralysis where they spend more time analyzing potential approaches than actually creating. This analytical nature manifests in the way INFJ approach creative projects. Before beginning, they might spend countless hours researching techniques, studying similar works, and contemplating different approaches. While this preparation can be valuable, it often becomes a form of procrastination, preventing them from engaging in the actual creative process. The INFJ might find themselves trapped in an endless cycle of research and planning, never quite feeling ready to begin the actual work. The analysis paralysis extends to the creative process itself. INFJ might find themselves stopping frequently to analyze their progress, question their choices, and contemplate alternative approaches. This constant analysis can interrupt creative flow and make it difficult to maintain momentum on projects. While reflection and evaluation are important parts of the creative process, excessive analysis can prevent the natural evolution and development of creative work. The emotional overwhelm when sensitivity affects creativity. The INFJ's emotional sensitivity is both a blessing and a challenge in their creative journey. Their deep emotional awareness allows them to create work that resonates on a profound emotional level, but it can also make the creative process emotionally taxing. INFJ often absorb the emotions and energy of their environment, which can affect their creative capacity in significant ways. Emotional sensitivity influences every aspect of their creative process. When an INFJ is feeling emotionally overwhelmed, even approaching their creative work can feel impossible. Their creativity is often closely tied to their emotional state, making it difficult to maintain consistent creative practice when dealing with emotional stress or external pressures. Additionally, the emotional investment INFJ put into their creative work can make sharing it particularly challenging. They often feel that their creative work is a direct expression of their inner selves, making criticism or negative feedback feel deeply personal. This emotional vulnerability can lead to reluctance to share their work, limiting their opportunities for growth and recognition. The productivity pressure when external expectations meet internal rhythm. In today's fast-paced, content-driven world, INFJ often feel pressured to produce creative work at a pace that conflicts with their natural creative rhythm. The external expectation of constant content creation and sharing can create significant stress for INFJ, who typically need time to process, reflect, and allow their ideas to develop naturally. This pressure is particularly challenging because INFJ tend to work in bursts of inspiration rather than maintaining steady, consistent output. They might experience periods of intense creativity followed by longer periods of apparent inactivity, during which they're actually processing experiences and developing new ideas internally. This natural rhythm often conflicts with external expectations for regular content creation and sharing. The productivity pressure can lead to creative burnout when INFJ try to force themselves to create on demand. Their best work typically comes from allowing ideas to develop organically, but the pressure to produce regularly can lead them to rush their creative process or share work before they feel it's truly ready. The isolation inclination when solitude becomes seclusion. While INFJ needs solitude to process their thoughts and develop their ideas, excessive isolation can become detrimental to their creative growth. The tendency to retreat into their rich inner world, while comfortable and natural for INFJ, can limit their exposure to new experiences and perspectives that could enrich their creative work. Finding the right balance between solitude and connection is crucial for INFJ creators. While they need alone time to process their thoughts and develop their ideas, they also benefit from selective interaction with other creators and exposure to different perspectives and approaches. This balance can be difficult to achieve, as INFJ often finds social interaction draining, yet complete isolation can lead to creative stagnation. Breaking through the barriers, practical strategies for INFJ creators. Understanding these challenges is the first step toward overcoming them. Here are expanded strategies specifically designed for INFJ creators. Creating a sacred creative space where perfectionism takes a back seat to experimentation and play is essential. This might mean designating specific times or projects where the focus is on process rather than outcome, allowing INFJ to develop their skills without the pressure of perfection. Establishing boundaries around creative time and energy is crucial. This includes setting realistic expectations for output, recognizing that creative energy ebbs and flows, and honoring the need for processing time between active creation periods. Finding or creating a supportive creative community can provide valuable feedback and encouragement while respecting the INFJ's need for meaningful connection. This might involve joining or forming small groups of like-minded creators who understand and respect the INFJ's approach to creativity. Embracing the INFJ creative journey, a path to authentic expression. The key to thriving as an INFJ creator lies not in fighting against these natural tendencies, but in understanding and working with them. The very qualities that can make creativity challenging for INFJ, their perfectionism, depth of thought, emotional sensitivity, and need for meaning, can also be their greatest creative strengths when properly channeled. INFJ bring a unique perspective to their creative work, often producing deeply meaningful and impactful creations that resonate with others on a profound level. Their ability to see connections and patterns, combined with their emotional depth and intuitive understanding, allows them to create work that speaks to universal human experiences while maintaining a distinctly personal voice. Conclusion: embracing your creative nature. The journey of an INFJ creator is not about overcoming their nature, but about embracing it fully. Understanding that their creative process might look different from others, and that their challenges are often rooted in their greatest strengths, can help INFJ develop a more compassionate and effective approach to their creative work. The world needs the unique perspective and depth that INFJ creators bring to their work. Their ability to see beyond the surface, to connect seemingly unrelated ideas, and to express universal truths through personal expression makes their creative contributions valuable and meaningful. Remember that creativity isn't just about the end product, it's about the journey of self-expression and growth. For INFJ, this journey might be more complex and nuanced than for others, but it's precisely this complexity that can lead to the creation of truly remarkable and meaningful work. As you continue on your creative journey, embrace your INFJ traits as the gifts they are. Let your perfectionism guide you toward excellence while learning to release work that's good enough. Allow your overthinking to add depth to your work while practicing the art of starting before you feel ready. Use your emotional sensitivity to create work that touches hearts while maintaining boundaries that protect your creative energy. Your creative journey is uniquely yours. And that's exactly as it should be. Keep creating, keep growing, and most importantly, keep being authentically you. The world is waiting for the unique gifts that only an INFJ creator like you can bring.